in the chat are going to have no idea what I'm talking about. But if you are a subscriber of Movie Mania, you'll know what I'm talking about. Basically, Monster Madness 2022 is about to begin. We are about a month out from the actual tournament starting. Basically, going over the first tournament was in 2020, is when the pandemic first happened, and so the actual March Madness that this is modeled off of didn't happen. So we were able to bring that to happen. And just the comments, I see that Mountain Warriors is already in the chat, and Karen Martin, and then also Stephen Farrow. Saw you commented in the live stream earlier, so glad to see you here. And as you can tell from the thumbnail, basically throughout this whole live stream, and if you're watching this back, you can still comment. There are 16 monsters that are going to be in the tournament, and there are 7 decided right now. So if you have a recommendation of a monster you want to see in the tournament, you can put it in the comments. There are only 7 spots, so there's still a lot of monsters that can be in here. And basically, there's no restrictions. Now, you probably don't want to pick any of the monsters from Mini Monster Madness because they're probably way too weak to compete. But there's basically no limit. There's no OP monster. I mean, you can pick any OP monsters you want that can really be in this tournament. I'm about to list the ones that are already in the tournament. But before that, I'm going to get some comments here because I see Smilezilla is in the chat. Just got out of school today, and now I'm ready to watch. Good. Glad to hear. I know everyone's at different time zones, so I know this, for some people, the earlier live stream for me was better for people. Some people, the later one's better. I have no idea what the time zone is for everyone else. But basically, the lineup right now, this is just the list of the monsters in the tournament. I haven't actually put them in their place yet in the bracket. But first, we have Godzilla in this one. We have Kong, the newest version of Kong. We have Warbat in this because he was not actually... The movie didn't come out for Godzilla vs. Kong yet to have Warbat in it, so now he can be in it. Mecha Godzilla is also another creature that the movie wasn't out yet, so that Mecha Godzilla will be in this. We have Surtur in there from Thor Ragnarok, which is just to kind of tell you guys that there's a very wide variety of monsters that can be in this. We're including these superhero-type monsters, except we're not just doing superheroes. We're doing what's considered a monster since it's Monster Madness. It's best to have them right around the same size, or at least both be giant creatures. We have Mega Kaiju, and we have Saber Athena. And Saber Athena has not been in the tournament yet. Now, Godzilla won the first Monster Madness. Kong won the next one. That's why they're in it. And the other ones are in there because they haven't even been in here yet. Except for Mega Kaiju actually has been in here, for sure. And then Five Nights at Trolls World Tour is in the chat. Glad to see you here. What's up? I've finally been able to return to your guys' live streams. Hey, good to hear. I know we've kind of done them at different times. I think we're doing a little earlier than we usually do. For me, it's 7 p.m. right now. I think we usually do them towards 10. And then... you said that Surtur is going to roll through all of them. See, here's the thing. I think Surtur could... It's really hard to tell. He's definitely overpowered. I agree with that. But I think that I'm kind of trying to widen the arena here. Because I think, theoretically, I do think that Godzilla could compete. Because technically Surtur is a god-level type being. And Godzilla's name is Godzilla. So it's hard to think that they couldn't compete with one another. I do agree Surtur's powerful. And maybe by the end of this, who knows? Maybe you guys can let me know. If everyone thinks... I'll actually send out the list. And if people think that he's too overpowered, I can take him out. It depends on what everyone thinks. If there's another one that's too overpowered, then we can always look at that. I know, because Surtur he does grow a lot in that movie. Because he starts out a certain size, and then he gets a lot bigger. So maybe for the matchup's sake, I'll put Surtur at a certain size, like you said. Maybe that'll be a good thing to do. 5 nights. I think if I can make him smaller, when we get to that, I think if we made him like around the same size as Godzilla, let me know if you think that'd be good, or if that'd still be overpowered. Maybe that'd be a little bit more manageable for this tournament. And I see Laura is in the chat. I can't wait. Yeah, glad to see you in here. Yep, and it actually, the official start date of the tournament is February 28th, I believe. I almost said 29th. 28th is the Monday, the first Monday. It's the start of that week going into March because I want this tournament to last just basically the month of March. It's going to be 4 versus videos a week and probably an update video. Then obviously we'll do the polls so you guys can actually decide who moves on to the next actual week. I see UK Reactions is in the chat. Yeah, that's another update. Jake is not going to make it to this live stream. He's currently at work. Just some people have jobs. Now, if Jake actually wants to call in, he actually probably could. I'll have to confirm that though, so we don't ruin the live stream. Because I am currently live streaming on the iPad, so he probably could call in. Yeah. UK Reactions, Jake, you're on hold right now. I think we might try the call in. I have it on Do Not Disturb, but I want to make sure it doesn't take down the live stream. Sometimes calls are an issue on these live streams. Five Nights said maybe Godzilla can drill through Surtur's crown. Yeah, see, that is definitely a potential. I mean, that's kind of the thing we need to talk about, because if Godzilla can do that, then Surtur's not necessarily too overpowered, you know? He could be... I could see Godzilla technically probably taking him down. When you think about what Thor did, I mean, Thor is a god, but Godzilla, like I said, his name, God's in his name, so I think he's definitely on that list. Yeah, UK Reactions comment, I'm just reading now. Let's see, Five Nights said, do you think Godzilla 2021 should solidly above Ghidorah now because he can literally use his atomic breath for hours, as stated in the novel, and he can drill through the earth? So I have not seen the novel, but I don't know. I mean, obviously, I was actually watching King of the Monsters the other day, and Godzilla beats King Ghidorah. In that first fight, Ghidorah flies out of there, so technically Godzilla wins that one. Beats him in the water, was probably going to kill him there if it wasn't for the, what's it called, the Ocean Destroyer. And then the last battle, I mean, Ghidorah kind of got out of that one too because he used the power-up. Godzilla was technically powered up too. But yeah, I could see they're basically equals. But, you know, I think they're pretty close to where Godzilla could take him over. They're definitely close. Now, the graphic novel, I'd have to look into that because I do not know about that for sure. But, yeah, let me just go over the actual monsters. Right now, I have this list here. Here, I'll show. Whoa, that is way too bright. Yeah, there it is. All right. So, there's currently 7 monsters on this list so far. Godzilla, Kong, Warbat, Mecha Godzilla, Surtur, who we're going to say the size will depend on a lot of things. The Mega Kaiju, and Saber Athena. So any recommendations you can list in the chat right now. If I don't hit 16, if we don't get 16 recommendations, I'll just fill in with ones we haven't done yet. But basically at any moment, people can put a recommendation, I'll put it on this list. Obviously, it can't be, I mean, it could be smaller monsters. I mean, technically it could be, but we want to try to make this competitive. And yeah, hey, and there probably are a lot of ones that I haven't done research on, and you know what? Put them in the chat, I'll check them out, and we'll go from there. So, okay, so Jake said I can call him, so we'll try that. So maybe we'll call him right after I get over these comments. Have you ever read the MonsterVerse comic books from Smilezilla? So you could maybe do matchups with the kaijus from the books. Yeah, I've read some of them. I haven't actually. I've been looking at a lot of videos and articles of certain ones because I've seen the different storylines. I've covered some of them in videos, but to be honest, I am definitely behind on those. I've not read all of them. But here, let me see. Yeah, UK Reactions. Mecha Godzilla is in this one. He is on the list right now. Five Nights said sweet, and then Steven said I want a kaiju recommendation. So I'm going to look up this kaiju right now, just so I make sure I know I'm talking about the right one here. Let me see. I'm going to look this up. Let me just... Okay. So I'm currently looking at Let's see. There's a description here. A radioactive parasite colony kaiju created by Legendary Pictures. Okay, so it appeared in the 2014 graphic novel, Godzilla graphic novel. Okay. Yeah, definitely. That's get that right here. Man, I've not seen this one. I thought I saw most of the images from at least that long ago. But that will be the. I'll have to learn how to say its name. Shino Mura. You'll have to let me know if I said that right. If I didn't, I'll have to figure out how to say that. But that is the next one on the list here. Oh my gosh, this whole thing is moving. Let me write this on here. So that is 8. So there are 8 spots left on this list. Any recommendations? Obviously, you need to know the list that we've already had right now so you can make it competitive, make sure it's one that stands semi-chance versus something else. But it's going to be randomized about what order they have in this bracket. But that is 8. So that is on there now. I'm going to have to learn how to say that, obviously. And maybe, let me get back to the chat here. Five Nights said I want Godzilla 2019 and 2021 in there. So that'd be interesting to have 2 of the same Godzilla in there. I mean, I feel like 2019 and 2021 are pretty similar. If you did 2014 and 2021 or 2019, that would be a difference. But I don't know. I think 2019 and 2021 are honestly too similar. Five Nights said guys should be there. Tag teams or 2 kaijus that can be 1 spot, like 2 Mutos. That's interesting, you know? I honestly could still see that being fair. I think that 2 separate ones, though, for Monster Madness, I don't know. I feel like that would probably not be fair. Even though some of them do work in pairs like that. So, Smilezilla said Godzilla Ultima from Godzilla Singular Point. Okay, here, let me look that up real quick. Because I'm pretty sure I know what that is. Which one that is, but I'm going to make sure here. So, Research Center. Singular Point. Okay. And some of these, I'm going to have to do some research. And honestly, the thing is, my breakdowns for these, since there's so many videos, I'm not going to be giving my opinion as much. It'll mainly be up to the people watching because I'll be having some minor breakdowns about what I think, generally speaking. But that's the great thing is that I'll make these videos, make some cool content. But for the most part, it's the viewers who decide who moves on. So I don't have to be held accountable for people arguing about which one moves on because I made a mistake or I didn't know something because people will basically decide. Let's see. Okay, I just went to... I want to see some images here. Okay. Godzilla Singular Point. Godzilla Ultima. I need to find... Okay, no, I think I actually... I do recognize this one. Okay, well, I'll write this down, and I will obviously have to do a lot of research here. Except, wait, let me get back to the comments. This table is not good for writing on. So, all right. UK Reaction said Behemoth deserves another shot. So, after Sam gets screwed in the seating last go around. So, Behemoth is the next one on the list. I think Behemoth made a pretty good run. But he might be mad enough to get back in there and maybe get back to the Final Four. He made it to the... I think Behemoth made it to the Final Four last time. I think he made it to the Final Four. Okay, so Stephen Farrow just said, I also want, and there are 4 recommendations here. So, let me see. If you had to, see, honestly, the people in here, I'm going to try to only pick one of these for right now. I'll definitely keep an eye on it, because I'm going to try to give other people a chance to get in here and give the recommendations. Stephen, if there's one out of those 4 that you'd rather see in there, let me know. I'll put that one down first. And then, if no one else comments, then all of them will go in there for sure. Uh, Bruster. I don't know how to say that name. What about Titanus, Tiamat, or okay? I think that's the Bat one, right? That was the one that wasn't in the. Those are new Titans of the franchise, which could stand a chance in many battles. Okay, I'm pretty sure that one is from the graphic, not the graphic novel. There was concept art of the one, right? The first one you said. Pretty sure. Let me see. If I had someone looking this up, it'd be easier. I believe I saw that one in the. There was concept art for Godzilla versus Kong, and I thought it was going to be in there, and it wasn't, and I'm pretty sure that's the one you're talking about. I'm about to look up a picture of this right now. I don't know if I'll be able to find it. You know what? And if I miss a comment or if I miss one, then I can always go back and see it because this will be posted afterwards, so I can make sure to get one that I missed. And then Steven said I want to see Rokumutal. I don't know how to say some of these names more. Okay, so I'll write that one down on the list, and that will be above the others for right now. Because there are currently, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 6 spots left. There's 10 spots taken, 6 left. I can spell this. Okay. And then Five Nights said Movie Mania Godzilla 2021 is too OP for the MonsterVerse. If you look at his atomic powers alone. I mean, maybe, but you saw Mecha Godzilla. It was a combination between Kong and Mecha Godzilla, but Mecha Godzilla was still able to do something there. He also said, I want to see. I also need to make sure I'm at least not copying the same person. So I make sure I give other people a chance. For Camazon, yeah, Camazon, that's one that that should go in there for sure because Camazon is one I don't think I don't think it's made an appearance at all. I thought we were supposed to see Camazon in Godzilla vs. Kong, and I made a whole video about like the most excited I was for the certain monsters. That didn't make it in there, and so that should definitely be in there. I think we have enough info to go off of because it's in the graphic novels, and I think there's enough info there to put them in there. Maybe bring back Godzilla Earth, depending on who could go up against him. Yeah, and that's the thing. Godzilla Earth is very overpowered, but like we said, with Surtur in there, maybe that would be a good matchup. Maybe that would make it to where there's not one overpowered creature over the others. Maybe we'll put that on hold right now. Not gonna for sure put Godzilla Earth in yet, just because it's known as the top, way overpowered monster out of all of them. So we're gonna put that on hold for right now. But maybe I think we're gonna have a call in with UK Reactions right now if he can. Jake, get him in here and get his opinion because I saw you had a comment there. But why don't we take a break here to have a call in with Jake? I'm gonna try to call him right now. Hopefully this doesn't mess up the whole entire live stream. If Jake can't talk, then we can just continue with the live stream. Maybe he can't. I don't know if maybe it's not working. But we currently have 13, 14, 15, 16, the slots open. We have 12 monsters on the list. And Jake can't. Okay, so if UK Rash is out there, let me know when you're able to call in here because I don't know. This live stream will probably be maximum 30 minutes. And I want to make sure I get your call in before all these spots are taken. Gosh. Okay, so basically, let me see. I don't know where I was on this list here. So yeah, Smilezilla, Godzilla Earth. I'm gonna hold off on that for right now, just because I'm pretty sure. I mean, I said there was no limit, so I really can't. I guess I have to put it on there if I'm not going to say there's no limit. I'm going to wait a little bit because Godzilla Earth is just way, way bigger than all the other monsters. So it's kind of. I'm hesitant to still put them on there, but we put on some pretty overpowered ones already. So I'll wait a second, but I'm not completely counting out. Here, I'll write that down just so we don't forget about it. Just in case. And there are a lot of these that I'm going to have to do research on for sure. There's some of these that I can't even pronounce, so I'm not going to say them right now. But, okay, it looks like UK Reactions is maybe okay for a call now. Let me see what happens. But they're... Jake, you there?
I think so.
All right, so Jake is calling into the live stream.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so I saw some of your comments in there. What you put? What you recommended? Behemoth, right?
Yeah, I said Behemoth, and I also just put Starro on there.
Yeah, and
Project American Starfish.
Yeah, that's true. Starro, yeah. Hey, maybe someone can let me know if they think Starro should be in this tournament. Because that'd be interesting. I think Starro's not relatively that big though.
He's pretty big.
I mean, was he like? He was pretty big, but I don't know. Was he? What we think like 200 feet tall, maybe?
I can look it up, but I'm pretty sure. I mean, the guy in the movie, so he had a mother effing kaiju up in his crap.
Oh, that's true. I guess it doesn't really matter if he's actually like a certain height because he's kind of super powered. And he can take out 3 astronauts, so I guess he's pretty good. I'm trying to make it to where only like I get a recommendation from like as many different people as I can here. So that's why as closer I get to the end of the live stream, I'm going to add on the rest of them. But there's still 4 spots left, so I'm trying to give as many people time to give their recommendations.
That's not tiny.
Jake's doing the research on Star right now. I can try to address some comments here.
Do you have to play the card?
All right, so Kamazot and Amhulik, I don't know how to say that. People will probably laugh at me for not being able to say his names. Apex, I'm in. Oh, okay. Oh, Alex from Pacific. Okay. Apex. Yeah, that's true. You know what? That's a good one. And let's see. I want to make sure I'm getting as many different people as possible. Apex is a really good one. I'm going to put that in the bottom right now because I'm pretty sure.
It says it was 150 feet tall.
150?
Yeah.
See, I thought... Yeah, that's probably right. I mean, I feel like you could still probably compete because it's like... It's not like a... It's kind of a superhero, super-powered monster.
Yeah.
But, I mean, 150 feet is going up against like a 300, 400-foot tall behemoth. Do you think that would really be fair?
I mean... If it has the starfishes that come off that can attach to someone's face.
Yeah. It's true. But it was able to get killed by rats.
Oh. I mean, that was kind of a crazy finish to the movie.
I feel like if Godzilla got killed by a bunch of rats, that would not be a good feat.
Oh. I mean, it's still killed Polka Dot Man.
That's true. I mean, he is a powerhouse. To kill him is saying a lot. Five Nights said, "Hey, Movie Mania, can I call?" You know, we haven't done call-ins yet. You know what? I promise. We will do that eventually. I can't really. I don't know if I'm ready to get my phone number out. Maybe we'll have to try to get a different line to try to get that to work. But I do want to do that because that does sound fun. I think it'd be really fun to be able to get some call-ins, talk about movies. And that's something that I want to do. We've actually talked about doing that on our sports channel to get people to call in. But it'd be better if I get a system where, like, show a picture, show who's calling. I think that'd be a lot better for being able to do that, especially for the viewer. Because obviously this is the about bare minimum. I have my phone here on the table. So if we want to do that, I do think that I want to do that in the future because it does sound fun. I can't promise it this live stream, but eventually we will do it. But yeah, so we have basically, Jake, who's on the call right now, predicted the first two winners of the first two Monster Madnesses, I believe. Right? Or did you get...
Well, it wasn't perfect, but it was pretty close to perfect last time.
Well, you guessed Godzilla to win the first one, 2020. And then... Did you guess Kong? You guessed Behemoth to win... No, you guessed Kong to win the second one, right?
I'm pretty sure I guessed... Or what do my bracket still there?
No, I don't know where it is. Well, I think you... No, the only one you messed up was the Mini Monster Madness. I think.
Maybe. Hold on, Kenny. Hey, I have to mute for a second.
It's fine, it's fine. Alright. So... let me get back to some comments here. Well, Jake's on break. I have to catch up. Five Nights said, please, the name I can't pronounce, and then Behemoth. So Behemoth is on the list. So you don't have to worry about that. Joshua must have Godzilla, Rodan, and Mothra. So Godzilla's on there. Rodan and Mothra are not. But Joshua, that's the first comment I think I've seen from you. So if there's one, would you rather have Rodan or Mothra? Let me know down below, and I will put one of those on the list for sure. Because I think Mothra's been in one of the Monster Madnesses so far. I don't think she's been in both. I think Rodan was in the second one. Mothra was in the first one, and I think that was about it for that.
You should probably take a screenshot of these ones, the history of it.
Well, it'll be posted afterwards, but I'm also writing them down on a list. I showed everyone my list. I have documentation. I keep dropping it. There's currently, I have some ones written on the bottom. But, okay, so I think I just saw a comment from Joshua Mothra. So you'd rather have Mothra in there. Okay, so that is the 13th spot. So Mothra...
Put Oscar Sheboy in there.
Yeah. This is just monsters. Not monsters on the basketball court. But...
oh, wait, hey, who wins, Sheboy or the Snapping Turtle?
Alright, so you can go to UK Reactions channel to see the basketball matchups, but you haven't done one of those in a while, so...
Wait, Kenny, if I did that with, like, Giant Skellington and all the names we have...
Yeah, do the matchup between the refs, that'd be great content.
Yeah, the championship's down to Jack Skellington versus the friggin' Frankenstein refs.
Okay, so I just got a lot of comments here I missed. And this light is way too bright, I just realized. Way too bright. Goodness gracious, I'm like a ghost. Okay, so let me catch up. You could add Mecha Godzilla species is technically not confirmed to exist, but there are some clues to it in Godzilla vs. Kong. Could stand a chance against Godzilla Earth. Yeah, so Godzilla Earth is not confirmed in this tournament yet. But if we did, we'd probably have to add that in just to make it somewhat fair. And then Movie Mania said Muto Prime is 340 feet, not 500. So I'll have to check that. You also said Mega Kaiju is 419 feet on all fours. Okay, so that makes sense. Yeah, I know. The Mega Kaiju one, people have always argued with me about that. But the official image, concept art, shows Mega Kaiju at 500 feet. So that's the one that always gets confused. Muto Prime is not in this tournament, but let me see. Sweet. I did the. I'm trying to lose my list here. Yeah. Damn it! I thought I put it on here. What am I looking at? My handwriting is really bad. I should have used a digital version. But currently, we have 3 more spots on this list. And I'm going to still, basically, okay, about like another minute before we start I start picking from what people have already said in the chat. Because if there's new people in here, you can get one new recommendation, or else I will start adding in these ones that people have been in here saying. Like Five Nights, and there was someone else who was commenting one again. Smilezilla was saying some other ones. And I can always check this back. And either way, in the next few days is when I'll actually do the random spinner to get the bracket. But maybe there's 3 more spots. And
I mean, wait, are you trying to not have repeats?
no, not really. There's a bunch of repeats, honestly. I mean, I'm worried about like the OP monster thing. Just we have Surtur in here, who's pretty overpowered, but we're thinking about adding in some other ones and hopefully not being overpowered is the whole issue.
I don't know how you beat Surtur.
Well, we were just thinking about it. Like someone, I think it was Five Nights, who said it. Godzilla could probably use his atomic breath to knock the crown off, because all you have to do is get the crown off his head and he's dead.
Yeah, but
if you think about
the
it.
whole planet blew up. That was the only way they killed him.
Yeah, but there was still some foundations left on that planet.
Yeah.
But okay, so Five Nights said it's pronounced Huluk. Okay. Look, I'm probably still saying it wrong. That's the one. Did I write that down yet? Maybe not.
Who?
I'm trying to. There's a lot of monsters that I am not familiar with, and trying to pronounce them is just absolutely ridiculous.
What about the Wendigo?
Yeah, that thing would do really good in this matchup, wouldn't it?
Once he gets to do his Spinosaurus routine. Jab right, jab left, go middle.
Okay, I have to look up one of these monsters here. I gotta look up actually a couple of them. Tiamat. Yeah, this is the one. Okay. We gotta make sure I'm looking at the right one. They have to be like a monster that can compete in here. So there's some monsters I've looked up that are definitely not going to be able to compete. So
In Valak.
there's 3 spots left. Please add him. He bodied Behemoth. So in Godzilla Dominion. Okay. And Huluk. Okay, I'll look that one up right now. So if the people are trying to troll me, then these other ones. We haven't had any random noises today in this live stream too, so.
I mean, we could probably go with.
So there's some that I don't think there's gonna be enough info to have them in this tournament. So basically, there are 3 spots left, and you know what? I have 3 here that could potentially go in. I think I'm going to fill in 14 and 15 are going to be the ones I had before written down here, reserved, which is Apex from the Pacific Rim. What is it called? Pacific Rim the Black, which is a good series that I watched. And then Starro will be the next one at 15. Make it really interesting here. Oh man, I just drew on my iPad on accident. Okay, said now I'm being crazy with it.
What about that Thor thing?
Wait, Thor.
The like creature that they're getting chased by?
Wait.
In Thor: The Dark World?
Oh, that the thing that kills Thor's mom?
The thing that like is getting chased and then falls in the ice, I think.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that thing's probably way too small. Probably.
I remember it being pretty big.
I mean, I think it was. I remember that. I mean, it looked big compared to Thor, but I still think it might be the same size as Starro. I don't know. The only reason Starro stands a better chance in this battle is because he's super powered. I mean,
you can always throw in Skur Buffalo.
Yeah. Does anyone think that Skur Buffalo would stand a chance in this matchup? Let me know down below. I like squids. Said I like walruses has returned. Yeah, these names are really confusing me. Trying to remember them is not easy. But hey, how you doing? I remember you from other videos. Even though when people change their profiles and names, it really throws me off. So now there's a bunch of different recommendations here. So there is one spot left in this bracket. So somehow I have to decide this. One spot left. So far, there's some that I still cannot pronounce, but I've at least confirmed that we have one spot left. The Buffalo is tiny compared to the Titans. Yeah, I agree. Five Nights. I mean, it was kind of a joke. Yeah, screw Buffalo. Yeah, destroyed. I mean, screw Buffalo. I still think could stand a chance against maybe Starro. You know.
Oh, I thought.
No, there's no way. There's no way. I still like Screw Buffalo. It's one of my favorite monsters in the Mini Monster Madness. I wanted him to win, but it didn't happen. I like Squid said add the Kraken, and actually as I like Squids, I don't think you've had a recommendation yet, have you? I don't because you just joined. Okay, so yeah, Kraken 2010. Hey, you know what? I think everyone in this chat right now has had at least one recommendation. I think so, and some of you have actually had multiple, but I think the Kraken might fill in the last spot. Jake, what do you think about that?
What, from the Wrath of the Titans?
Yeah,
That's a pretty good one.
that's all I have to say.
I mean, I feel like it's pretty big.
I mean, honestly though, Kraken has taken some freaking tough losses though. I think Kraken's lost 2 first-round games in a row.
Yeah.
Maybe Kraken deserves some redemption here.
I mean, you got pretty screwed in that movie.
Well, Five Nights said Kraken is weak. I mean, you would think that if you saw the Monster Madness, because Kraken's lost the first 2 rounds. Yeah. Okay. So I see. Hey, there's no reason to spam the chat. Okay, but I see Five Nights. I've given you a couple recommendations. I like Squids came in here, and I'm trying to get as many different people as possible. So
thank you for keeping it civil.
Yeah. Please keep it civil in the comments. But I think the 16th spot will be the Kraken, and I will show this list again to the screen, or at least go over it. The Kraken, I think, deserves another chance. I could still adjust this potentially, but this is pretty much it. Thank you for everyone who joined, and then everyone that gave the recommendations to make this list. We basically have Godzilla, Kong, Warbat, Mecha Godzilla, Surtur, Mega Kaiju, Saber Athena, Shino Mivia, I don't know how to say that name exactly, Godzilla Ultima Singular Point, Behemoth, Roku Mutal is the one, I'm pretty sure I wrote that right or wrong, Camazot, Mothra, Apex, Starro, and the Kraken. Now, a couple of those I don't... Yeah, no problem. I like Squids. I'm pretty sure that's going to be it. That's 16. There's going to be 8 on each side. And this is going to be Monster Madness 2022. The winners... For this, I basically said no rules because there's some overpowered ones. But ultimately, right now, I don't think there's one that's way overpowered. Surtur's the closest one, but like I said, I'm going to make sure it's at a certain height. Probably put him at like 400, 500 feet max. Probably 500 feet max. Because I know he just keeps growing in that movie. I'm going to make sure it's reasonable. That's why Godzilla Earth wasn't in this. Because I didn't want everyone else to just be ants compared to him. That'd just be dumb. At least have it close. But once again, I still have to confirm some of these. But that's pretty much the list. And there's still a little bit to go until Monster Madness 2022 actually starts. But there will be 16 monsters. It will start February 28th, Monday, February 28th. There'll be teasers. Tomorrow or the next day, I'll have the actual video showing which monster goes in which place. You'll know in the next few days what the bracket actually looks like. And then we can get some opinions from some other people in the family. Maybe fill out some fun brackets to see who's right. And have a worse punishment this time because last time the punishment was drinking cranberry juice and the person who
You should
did
have
it.
Max pick a kaiju.
Yeah, we can have Max fill out a bracket, then fly him in if he loses.
Or put the Wrath of God in there.
Even though Max is always complaining about people not paying attention to the actual videos and just commenting kaiju stuff. But that will wrap it up for this live stream. Once again, thank you everyone who came in here and was commenting. I think I got a recommendation for everyone that was in here. Maybe multiple. Really appreciate it. And Jake, do you have anything else to say?
If I want to see what the bracket looks like in the end, start making my picks.
Because Jake is currently 2 for 2 on Monster Madness. We're not going to include Mini Monster Madness, but Jake is 2 for 2 right now. So whatever he says for the bracket is Vegas is basically going to be riding with whatever Jake says in this tournament.
Yeah, I like to keep that streak going.
And it's a great way to stay in shape. Okay, so thank you everyone for joining. Make sure you subscribe. Check out some of the videos we posted. Posted that Obsidian Fury versus King Ghidorah, which is, in my opinion, maybe one of my favorite videos. Really, I didn't take that long to make, but all flowed together so well. Using new editing.
Should we have mentioned Warbat?
No, Warbat is in it.
Oh.
Yeah, I wrote down, I started out with 7 already on this list, like the ones that didn't make it in the last one. Because like Warbat and Mecha Godzilla were both, I didn't have them in the last one because we didn't see enough footage from them, but now there's plenty enough footage.
Yeah.
So they're in it. Godzilla and Kong are in it. I put Mega Kaiju in there. That's a personal favorite of mine. Had to see him in there. And then there's a couple here. There's 3 in particular that I have to do a lot of research about. Make sure I know generally what they are, what their powers are for the matchups.
Yeah.
But
I have my fair share of awards, mostly batons.
Yeah. But basically, anything else?
Sounds like we're good.
All right, so maybe we'll do another live stream once the brackets made and we fill out everyone's brackets. And once again, I'll have to try to figure out some way to get the fans involved with deciding who, or like what your bracket is, what you predict exactly, and, you know, getting them involved. I know we can't do the punishment part because we're in different parts of the world, but maybe we could,
involved.
if we all involved our brackets and like maybe found out whose was the best, whose was the most accurate, that would be fun. And then the winner would get like a shout out or something, and maybe get a call in for the live stream, something like that. But we'll just try to figure that out. Maybe you could maybe make a long enough comment. It'd be kind of difficult to figure out some way to do that. If someone got all of them right, that'd be a fun little thing to do. There's only 16, so the odds of doing that versus the real March Madness tournament with 64 teams is a lot more likely, less likely to do that. I mean, but I will find out a way to potentially do that. Get everyone involved in that fun thing we do. But Monster Madness 2022 will be starting February 28th, Monday. Let you know about the tournament in the next few days. Once again, thank you everyone for watching. And I will see you in the next video.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.